It is said that he is still alive today and has been wandering around for the past 5,000 years. His wound is still not healed. Yes, friends, today I am going to tell you about a great warrior. His name is Ashwathama, and he was one of the most courageous warriors of that era. We are familiar with great warriors like Arjuna, the mighty Bhima, Duryodhana, and Draupadi. But we may not know as much about Ashwathama. Ashwathama was a mighty warrior, believed to be an incarnation of Lord Rudra, who possessed a wondrous gem. He shook the land of Kurukshetra with his prowess and unleashed havoc on the battlefield. So let's find out who Ashwathama was, who is considered the most sinful warrior of the Mahabharata war. In this presentation of the Maha warrior, Ashwathama was the grandson of Maharshi Bharadwaj and the son of Guru Dronacharya and Kripi. In the epic Mahabharata, it is mentioned that Guru Dronacharya and Kripi desired to have a son who possessed the same radiance and glory as Lord Shiva. With this desire, they performed intense penance near the Tamsa river at Tapeshwar Shivling in the Himalayas. And one day, pleased with their penance, Lord Shiva appeared before them.
Open your eyes, my child. I am extremely pleased with your penance. What boon do you want from me? My lord, I want to receive the blessing for a son, in which your greatness is present. May he be skilled in all forms of warfare and Vedic scriptures, and may he rule over this entire world with his strength. I bless you.
After months of receiving blessings from Lord Shiva, Kripi gave birth to a son whose face was lit with immense brightness, and he was born with a divine gem on his forehead. After birth, the child cried like a horse. Therefore, the child was named Ashwathama. Ashwathama was very much talented, but he grew up in poverty. According to the story of Mahabharata, Ashwathama had never tasted milk during his childhood. After seeing other children drinking milk, he developed a craving for its taste. He dedicated several months to the worship of Lord Shiva, and in the end, he received milk as a boon. It was the first time Ashwathama had tasted milk in his life. Ashwathama was a brave warrior, as he received lesson under the guidance of his father Dronacharya. As a result, he possessed knowledge of all the Vedas and skills of various weapons. He had a divine gem on his forehead, which protected him from fear of demons, danavas, weapons, diseases, deities, serpents, and others. According to Mahabharata, after the birth of Ashwathama, Dronacharya's financial situation deteriorated. To curb it, he went along with Ashwathama to seek assistance from his childhood friend, King Drupada. However, in front of Rajya Sabha, they were humiliated and expelled. When the young Ashwathama witnessed his father's humiliation, he was filled with intense anger and thus germinated the seed of revenge. After that, Guru Drona became the teacher of Prince in Hastinapur, and a deep friendship developed between Ashwathama and Duryodhana. After his education was completed, Dronacharya instructed them to capture King Drupada and bring him as a Guru Dakshina. Following that, Dronacharya bestowed the southern kingdom of King Drupada to his son Ashwathama. In this way, Ashwathama, who had once craved milk in his childhood, became the king of a great kingdom. Ashwathama was the only warrior who could single-handedly fight the entire battle with his strength. His divine weapons included the Brahmastra, Narayanastra, Agniastra, Vayuastra, Rudrastra, Nagastra, Nagpasha, Vajra, and many other celestial weapons. The Mahabharata war lasted for 18 days. And before the war, when Ashwathama approached his father Dronacharya to seek his blessings for victory, his father said to him,
Son Ashwathama, victory is achieved through one's valor, intellect, and skill in battle, not just through blessings for victory.
Who knew the struggles of life better than Ashwathama? After hearing his father's words, he understood that upcoming battle would be devastating. While fighting in favor of injustice, the Rudra avatar resounded with a thunderous roar on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. According to the Mahabharata, on the 13th day of the war, the army of demons and giants, led by Bhima's son Ghatotkacha, created a terrifying uproar and instilled fear in the hearts of the Kauravas army. At that moment, it was only Ashwathama who single-handedly fought against the entire army of demons and defeated Ghatotkacha. He and his father were creating massacre on the battlefield with their celestial weapons. Therefore, to overcome this problem, Sri Krishna instructed Bhima to kill an elephant named Ashwathama and spread the untruth that Ashwathama had been killed. Taking advantage of the chaos and confusion, Sri Krishna made sure that the word reached Dronacharya that his son had been killed. Amid the sorrow and grief of losing his beloved son, Dronacharya relinquished his weapons and surrendered himself. Drishtadyumna decapitated Dronacharya. After learning of his father's death, Ashwathama became filled with rage. He became agitated, making a vow that,
The way they killed my father, I will kill these Pandavas the same way, that the entire world will tremble. I, Ashwathama, Drona's son, will destroy the lineage of the Pandavas.
Afterward, Ashwathama became the head of the Kuru army and he engaged in a fierce battle with Arjuna. It is mentioned in the Mahabharata that all the heavenly hosts were present to witness this terrifying war. The battlefield was filled with a relentless shower of deadly arrows, and at one point, Ashwathama's form became extremely fearsome, and thus was described by Sanjaya to Dhritarashtra in the following manner.
Majesty, Ashwathama himself appears to be invincible, as his arrows have wounded Arjuna and even Lord Krishna. The entire Kurukshetra is trembling with the thunderous roar of Ashwathama, which resembles that of thousands of thunderclouds. This scene is extremely terrifying, and it is becoming difficult to even look at Ashwathama, as if he has turned the form of Rudra himself.
According to Mahabharata, if the sun had not set, Ashwathama would have killed Arjuna. However, that did not happen. Due to his inability to exact revenge, Ashwathama became extremely agitated that he saw an owl attacking sleeping crows. Therefore, he decided to implement the same strategy. He goes into the Pandava camp and attacked persons sleeping, mistaking them for the Pandavas, and thus mistily in the dark slaughtered all 5 sons of Draupadi, assuming them to be the Pandavas. When everyone came to know about this incident, they all criticized him, including Duryodhana himself.
Ashwathama, you have committed such a heinous act, being the son of such a great father, that it is deserving of utmost criticism. Killing someone in their sleep is neither valor nor the sign of a warrior.
Ashwathama was filled with fear. Ashwathama fled from there and sought refuge with various sages, saints and kings, but no one came to his aid, and in the end, he had to face the Pandavas. Ashwathama also raged with anger, just like Arjuna, and in his temper, he unleashed the Brahmastra upon the Pandavas. Seeing this, at Krishna's command, Arjuna also replied with Brahmastra. To prevent the horrifying consequences arising from the clash of these two powerful weapons, Rishi Vedvyas intervened and ordered both of them to call back their weapons.
Fools, don't you realize that the Brahmastra has the power to annihilate the entire creation. Now immediately withdraw your Brahmastra.
As per the command of Ved Vyas, Arjuna called his weapon back, but Ashwathama was not knowing the art to withdraw the Brahmastra. Therefore he directed his Brahmastra towards the Uttara's womb, with thought that after this the lineage of the Pandavas to be destroyed. Witnessing this cruelty, Lord Krishna became extremely furious and said,
Merciless Ashwathama, no one can commit a more cruel act than you. You have always misused your powers, and now even murdered an unborn child in the womb. That is the greatest sin one can commit.
Afterwards, Lord Krishna extracted a gem from Ashwathama's head by using his Sudarshan Chakra, leaving him powerless. He then cursed him.
Sinful Ashwathama, I curse you to wander the corners of the earth until the death of this skull. Even if you desire death, you shall not find it. Your body shall be affected by all kinds of diseases, and blood would forever flow from the place where the gem was adorned on your forehead. And because of your stinking body, no one will come closer to you.
So friends, this is the story of Ashwathama, the most sinful warrior in the Mahabharata, who was cursed to wander until the end of life with pain and compassion. So dear devotees, how did you like today's story? Please tell us by commenting. And subscribe to our channel Maha Warrior. And which Maha Warrior do you want to see in the next story? You can also tell us by commenting. Har Har Mahadev.